Hello everyone out there in YouTube and LiveJournal land. This is Kaitaren. I'm doing Talk to Me Tuesday. Long overdue one because I haven't done one for quite a long time because I don't know, I guess I didn't feel like I had a whole lot to be showing you, although I kind of do. The first thing that I'm going to show you is a swap project that I've been working on, and it's this journal right here. It's for a swap on SwapBot. An altered journal swap, and so the person I had liked dragonflies and green and purple, so I've tried to go with that theme for my journal. And then on the inside you're supposed to do a bunch of pages with different prompts on them, and so I've got some dragonfly stamps, and I tried to do a couple of prompt pages to help get writing going, and then I did a couple with some image prompts, things like that. Hard to see. There you go. To provide a variety of different writing type things. The cover is fabric. I picked up a couple fat quarters at Joann's and invented the pattern. I might try and write it up because it turned out pretty well. I learned a lot doing this from scratch, so the next time I do it, I will know to put my trim on before I do the cover foldovers, because that would have made it a lot easier. I also made a pair of Gryffindor fingerless gloves, a custom order, and I submitted those for the Star Newts, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, don't laugh too loud, community on LiveJournal, and I was the winner for that month. So excited I nearly fell out of my chair when I read that. I was like, seriously? Me? Really? And for awesome prizes, I got this wicked cool button, and I got this really pretty skein of fluffy purple yarn. It's Dumbledore yarn, she says, Hermione Jean says. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's soft and fluffy. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it'll have to be a scarf or something, because it feels really good. But the coolest part was this awesome, like, tote bag. Very, very cool. And you see it? I'm going to hold it up right there. It's insanely cool, and that logo is embroidered on there, and it's in all these different shades of purple. It's wicked awesome. So I'm like ludicrously impressed, and it's a nice size too. I mean, you could fit a lot of projects and things in there. It's a really, really nice tote bag. It's got quilted handles. Can you see them? It's just super nice. I'm so excited about it. So thank you very, very much to the Star Newts community, because this is wicked awesome. Thank you. I'm so excited. The next bigger project is a present for Katie. I made it for her to take to Rhinebeck, the big Sheep and Wool Festival that Hack 42 and Elby and I are going to in October. It's apparently the biggest one on the East Coast, so I'm kind of just a little excited about it. We're going to go for the whole weekend. We're sharing a hotel. I made this capelet for Elby. Probably can't see all of it, but it goes down just to here. Maybe if I lean way back, you'll be able to see it. Hold it up. There we go. And it's a really neat pattern because it's got, and I didn't know this before I started it because I only looked at the picture because it's, I don't know, against my religion to read the pattern all the way through before I start it. But it's got these twisted triple crochets in here. You do like a triple, and then you go behind it in the stitch behind it, and you make another one, so it makes these really neat twists in there. So it looks really cool, and it's nice and soft. She picked out the color and the pattern. So it was a really quick pattern to work up. You were supposed to do it with worsted weight, but I can't follow directions, I'm really bad at that. I used bulky yarn, and so I ended up having to do 4 less pattern repeats for the body, and then I had to do some strange math adjustments for the decreases at the top, and so, but it turned out beautifully. I did a gauge swatch before I started. This is a big deal, I never do gauge swatches, but I did one so that I knew exactly how much bigger I would be looking at with all the changes I was making, and it's good to do a gauge swatch because I think the fact that I did one is why it actually turned out not nuts, because it turned out quite nicely. The other project that I've been doing is huge, and so that's why I haven't got a whole lot else to show you. You've seen them in my Ravelry. I did a ton of 12-inch Afghan squares just recently, and they're for a present for a friend of mine who is going away to get her PhD in Michigan. We're going to miss her terribly, and so we had to make her a great big Afghan filled with like love. So a bunch of us worked on it. Hack 42 did 9 squares, and then I did 9 squares. Ellaby did a square, which is it's pretty awesome because Ellaby doesn't really crochet, but she did a whole square all on her own, and I wasn't teaching her quite well enough, so we had to frog back like 5 times. So her square is worth 2.5 at least. And our friend Julia also did a square, and then I did the assembly and edging on it. It's 12-inch squares, and it is 4 by 5. So it's pretty massive. It's as tall as I am, and I'm going to show you the squares because we all did an amazing job on them, so we have to show them off. There is this first square, and I think that Hack 42 did that one. I did this one. This is called the Supernova. I had to frog this one back like 8 times. There was a lot of redoing the one to this one, but it's a really neat square. So there's that one. And then Hack 42 did this one. And I think this one, is this one an Offengen square? I can't remember. I think it might be. It looks wicked cool. I made that one. I don't remember what it's called. And then Hack 42 did that one. This is one that I made. That's another Hack 42 square. Isn't that one cool? I love how it looks like a plant in there. That's really cool. This one is one that I did. I did this in the car on the way to Boston for a day trip when I forgot all the rest of the patterns. I had like 10 printed out, but Ellaby had offered to drive, and so darned if I wasn't going to get a square done while I was sitting in the car. This is another Hack 42 square. This is the last square that I did right up to the deadline. We were trying to get these done for the party that is later this afternoon, which is why this video won't be posted until probably tonight. But that was the last square I did, so I had run out of other styles, and so it was going to be that square. I think this is the one that Julia did. She did an excellent job. She's fairly new to crocheting, and she did an amazing job. She sometimes has issues with her tension, and she did a very beautiful job on this square, so that one's really special. This is an Esther square that I did. This is also the same pattern that I had Ellaby do, that because I didn't read the directions very well, had to be redone a bunch of times, so lesson learned, probably not, but we're going to pretend. This is another neat one that Hack 42 did. It's got that kind of floral motif in the middle, and I think it's from a book called 200 Crochet Blocks that she used a lot of patterns from. Very cool book. I might have to get it. This square was a group effort. Ellaby's mom actually did the center and some of the green on this, and then I took it over and finished it up so it would be done by the deadline. This is another Hack 42 square, a very neat kind of spirally looking one. I almost did a spiral looking one, but then she did one so I didn't have to. And this next square, this is Ellaby's square, this Esther one right here. She did a beautiful job on it, and it's quite impressive. It's her 3rd crochet project ever. So take a look at that. Aren't we impressed? This one I think is also an Offengen square. Hack 42 did this one with the neat interlocking chains and things right up here. Those are wicked cool. And here's another one that I made. It's called Bright and Cheery. It's one of the few I remember. And then there's another, the Hack 42 square, I think. And this is the last square. This one was is a Draco. I modified it a little because I was running out of time and I didn't have to frog it back a bunch of times, so it's not the most accomplished one. But this is a very cool Afghan. It's massive. So it should be wonderful for bringing to graduate school for your PhD. So, Melisande, we hope that you love it and that it reminds you of us every time you see it. And we love you, and have the most awesome time in Kalamazoo, and we're totally coming out to harass you. So, those are my projects for now, and now I have to finish weaving in the ends on that and get it wrapped up and ready to go. So, that's my crafty accomplishment for recently. Up next, 10 million projects that I want to wear to Rhinebeck, which will of course be like 80 degrees because I want to make 2 sweaters and 2 cowls and like 5 pairs of gloves and socks and more things that I can ever possibly accomplish. But heck, aim high, right? So those are up next. That's what I'm up to for the moment. Looking forward to seeing what everyone else is doing.